All right, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Before the Cut.
That's it.
Yeah. Yo, we are back today with another guest, but we're killing it with the guest.
Yeah,
killing it with the guest. But listen, man, we have somebody here who I want you to introduce as your friend.
So we got John here. John, say hello.
Hello.
All right, stop.
Which camera am I supposed to look at?
That doesn't matter, bro. Pick one. As you see, we got 52 cameras. Yeah. But so we got John here right now. We wanted to bring him on. We got kind of a cool story for y'all. He's been through some kind of crazy traumatic shit. It's like a hero story.
That went south.
Overall it went south. But there's some heroic shit. And what I mainly want to I want to see your guys' reaction as we're diving deep just on this guy's kind of tale here. So John, if you will, just kind of take it away, bro. Just tell us a little bit about how the accident came about and tell us a little bit maybe about yourself.
So me and my fiance were driving on the freeway. It was just happened. It was January 14th. It was raining that day. Pretty hard. This year.
In Vegas?
Yeah, super recent. Super recent right here in Vegas.
We live up in Summerlin. We were headed down to Henderson. So the 215. My fiance was driving. I was in the passenger seat. My youngest daughter was in the back seat. And we were in the fast lane. And like I said, it was just raining that day. And my girl just kind of stepped on the brakes pretty hard. Yeah. So maybe jolt up. And I seen the girl in the middle lane just start fishtailing. So she did a full 360, hit the center median, and then just bounced back and was staring like straight at us. So when we passed her, we made like eye contact. So I was like, Stephanie, we have to stop. So my girl went forward up a good distance, so our car didn't get hit. Yeah. And then I got out and started running towards the girl that crashed. I didn't see my girl get out, but she's out there running with me. And I look at her and I was like, go back to the car, because our daughter was in the car. She was like, no. I was like, go back to the car. And she was like, okay. So she turned around and went back. I got up to the girl that crashed and she was getting out already. So I like grabbed her. I was like, you're okay. There's nothing wrong with you, because there was nothing wrong with her. No scratches, nothing. Yeah. Perfectly fine.
But she was panicked, right?
Yeah, she was just super scared and just panicked.
And all she did was fishtail and hit the median?
Well, she fishtailed, did a full 360 and just hit the center median pretty hard too.
Okay.
So she was just super scared. She just got out and she was like, I'm so scared. I just got into the crash. I was like, I know, we've seen it all. You're okay.
Young, old?
She was 19.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, it's okay, you're okay, we got to get back in your car. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, we got to get back. And that's all I remember. So another car ended up coming up, taking us both out.
You and her?
Yeah. Didn't touch his brakes or anything. Just full on just hit us.
And where were you guys at? Were you in?
We were in the emergency lane.
God.
The kid that hit us wasn't paying attention. He was on his phone. Didn't touch his brakes at all. He was doing 80 miles an hour and just full hit us.
So it runs into the back of her car.
His front right hit the side of her car, was spinning her car around, and then I hit his hood and I just went flying.
Okay, so where were you guys at when that impact actually happened? You were like helping her get into her car or something?
Well, the last thing I remember is I was telling her we need to get back in her car. Because if you get into a crash on the freeway, they just say stay in your vehicle.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, I was just going to hop in her back seat and just check on her. But her getting out, I had to calm her down. And I was like, we need to get in your car. And she was like, what? And I was like, we need to get in your car. And then the second time I said it, that's when everything went black.
Oh my God.
So your wife saw
your
wife saw, huh?
My youngest daughter seen everything too.
Wow.
The second my girlfriend or my fiance got back to our car, she turned around and that's when everything just happened.
Okay, how close were you guys to her car?
We were probably, I'd say about like a good foot, maybe foot and a half.
Oh shit. Okay, so
in the front of her car, right?
But no, in the back of her car, because her car, once it bounced off the wall, it was facing traffic.
Oh, got you.
So we were standing towards the wall, the center median.
Got you.
So we were standing towards the back of her car, and I was like past her vehicle, and she was kind of standing towards her vehicle.
So like fucking dominoes, essentially. Yeah. Like he hit the car then fucking hits you guys.
Yeah.
And then
I just went flying. My girl was like,
how far? I don't know how to. Like, how far did you?
I think it was like around.
No,
like,
I'm not trying to be funny. How far were you projected?
How far did you fly? The funny story is,
I was gonna say,
I didn't want him to look at me.
What's the respectable way to? Like,
I know. I'm like, so I have a session,
bro. In order to like calm my daughter down, I told her I was like, you didn't know I could fly. I just don't know how to stick the landing, and that's how I calmed my daughter down.
How old your daughter?
She was 5. Well, she was 5 at the time. Okay. She's 6 now.
So obviously, you guys.
Hold on. Like, where did?
Yeah.
It's like, did you like go into traffic?
No, luckily I stayed pretty much I kind of flew in like a straight line, the emergency lane line. And I flew like, I'd say like 25, 30 feet.
Oh my God.
Because we parked pretty far from her car. And then I just remember waking up next to our car.
Like, so you woke up there? Like,
yeah, because I was unconscious for a good 7 minutes, and I wasn't really breathing for, I think, 2 minutes, maybe a little under 2 minutes. And then, like I said, I was unconscious for 7. I wasn't moving or anything. And then when I finally woke up, my girl was like, John, don't get up, because I kept trying to get up. And I was like, what happened? What happened? Yeah. My girl was like, you got hit by a car. I was like, what? And then I asked if my girl was okay. She was like, yeah, I'm fine. And I was like, is Harmony okay? Harmony's our oldest daughter. She wasn't even with us. My girl was like, yeah, Harmony's not even with us. She's okay. And I was like, is Ava okay? And
the fact that you even woke up there to me is like crazy.
Right.
And then,
so I assumed you would like wake up at the hospital.
I woke up 7 minutes. Because my girl timed it. She was on the phone with the police the whole time.
Yeah.
So she timed everything.
So nobody's attending to you as you're...
luckily, when we stopped... I think 2 or 3 other cars stopped with us, and there just happened to be nurses in one of those other cars too. There was 2 other nurses.
That's a blessing.
One nurse tended me, one nurse tended the girl that got run over with me.
Oh my God, I forgot about what happened to her.
She died on scene.
Oh no.
So when I woke up, after I asked about how my family was doing, I asked how the girl was doing, and my fiance was like, we think she's dead. And that's when I just broke out into tears.
Is there anything like, did you break? I mean, are you like, fuck, like, are you?
I had a huge cut on the side of my head, which I didn't know I had at the time. The only thing I remember is waking up and my arm was completely broken. So I broke my forearm and I was bruised on my whole right side. So I had bruised lungs, bruised ribs. Yeah.
Oh my God. Bro.
Bruised hip, everything.
Internal bleeding and stuff too?
No, luckily everything was good on the inside. They did MRI my head like 3 times because I had a gash there, and my first week in the hospital I was getting pretty dizzy. So the first like 3 days I was in the hospital, I couldn't stand up at all because everything would just start spinning.
You know, I heard this thing, bro, where it's like when you get into an accident, like it's almost... I mean, I don't know, right? But I guess it's almost better if you don't have a seatbelt and something like that happens.
They say like...
So you don't tense, because if you tense...
That's why with alcoholics, if you get a DUI crash and everything, they say that the reason why usually if someone's drunk and they get into a crash, they're just so drunk that they're so relaxed that they don't tense up. Yeah, right. Because if I would have seen that car coming, I probably would have tensed up and it would have screwed me over even more.
Right. Yeah. Isn't that fucking nuts? That's what I was like.
So the nurses are attending to you, and I'm assuming someone's attending. I mean, the
other nurse was given the girl that I was trying to help. I don't want to say her name because there's still cases and everything's still open, but they were giving her CPR, and then finally Metro and everything rolled up, and then Metro took over CPR, and then the ambulance rolled up, took her, and then
Yeah. So, how long did it take for police, ambulance, et cetera, to come?
I'm not 100% sure because I know from the start, I think it was about like 20 minutes. They got there actually pretty quick. My girl,
20 minutes is quick?
Well, for that kind of accident with all the traffic, because all the traffic was building up, like there was still a lot of cars coming by. My girl was still on the phone with the police, and my girl made them shut down the highway to the point where they're like, the cops were blocking it and making them take the on-ramp to get off.
Wow. So, I mean, obviously your girl's not here, but I'm sure she shared this with you. What was that experience like for her? Like seeing her fiance,
I honestly,
2 minutes not breathing, laying there 7 minutes unconscious.
Right. I honestly think it was worse for her than it was for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't really remember any of it.
That's got to be like the longest 7 minutes of her life.
Bro, because you're watching
and she just said like it was like my body was tumbling. She thought my legs were broken, my neck was broken because I just kept tumbling over and over. And like I said, my 5-year-old daughter's seen it too, seen everything.
That's so interesting that you guys were right next to each other, you and the girl, and it's such different outcomes. I mean, you came out relatively, on scale, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, holy shit! So ambulance gets there. Do you remember them getting there? Then they take you to
I remember like bits and pieces because I remember I was wearing a Golden Knights sweater. It was my favorite sweater, and I remember them cutting it off, and I was like, "Oh, it's my favorite sweater."
That's some real guy shit, bro. I'll take it off.
What the fuck?
You literally almost just died, and you're chilling.
Because I remember like the sweater was kind of baggy. You know how sweaters are, and my arm was like pretty much filling out the sleeve.
Wow.
That's how swollen it was. And I was like, oh, this is my favorite sweater. And then I remember saying I was cold, so they brought a blanket and they put me in a neck brace and everything. Yeah. Got me on the gurney and then loaded me up and got me out.
What was, rest in peace to obviously the girl affected here. Was she pronounced dead on the scene then?
From what I heard is they got a small pulse back on the way to the hospital.
Shit.
And
that's fucking
what
nuts.
the crazy part is like they pronounced her brain dead at the hospital and everything. Fuck. And they pulled the plug on her at 3:30 in the morning. Yeah. And that night I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. Just randomly woke up for no reason.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, from an impact perspective, she must have got hit very different. It sounds like your whole right side of your body got hit.
Yeah, what I think happened is since she was more close to her car, when her car spun around, that her car actually hit her, running her over, and I just bounced off his car and went flying.
So you went off his car.
That's what I think.
Got it. Okay.
That's also what my girl thinks too, because like she's seen it all, but she's kind of traumatized and everything from it. So, and my 5-year-old daughter was hanging out the window. Oh my God, my dad's dead. And Ava, she's a smart little girl. She tried to grab my fiance's work phone and tried to call somebody, but since it was her work phone, she couldn't recognize any names, so she didn't know who to call.
Oh my God,
dude.
man.
That's nuts.
What happened to this guy?
Yeah, so that's the next thing I was going to ask. Can we talk about that much?
I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't told not to. So
yeah.
I mean, I was just told not to try and talk to the mom or him in person. So I wasn't told not to talk about it.
We don't have to disclose names.
How old is this guy?
Yeah.
He's 18. She was 19.
Fuck him.
I know.
Did
he stop though?
Yeah, he couldn't go anywhere.
Do you know what he was doing during this whole time? Because
it was proven that he was texting.
Got it.
No. I'm assuming you mean outside.
He was texting, but like that dude, could you imagine?
Yeah, I know.
Like, my girl said that during the accident, the whole time he was on his phone, like this, like, what happened? Like, oh my God, and didn't say a word to anyone, just on his phone.
Yeah.
Like everyone told me not to text and drive.
Here I am.
And was he drunk or no? He was.
Well, my girl just looked it up. Because with her job, she's allowed to look up records and everything. Yeah. And it just came up as a DUI case. So we think he was high.
Got it.
Because at the scene, he didn't look drunk or anything. So, because like he was still like keeping his balance. Like,
how does your, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because your daughter was there, but like, I'm just, the first thing I think is like, how does she not just like fucking maul this dude's eyes out?
Because she's like pretty calm and everything, so she got pictures of everything. Because like in her mind, she was like, "I need to get evidence of this."
Yeah,
we have a huge case. Document everything. Yeah, because she works in an office, so she's known to document everything. So she was on the phone. She was taking pictures of everything. She was just getting all the evidence.
Wow. So is this 18-year-old kid? Immediately I'm just kind of thinking of like other stuff I've heard in the news like this. I don't know how much you know about the Henry Ruggs case.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
So, Ruggs case, Ruggs was obviously intoxicated. Yep. Hit the girl with the dog in the car. I think he just got his sentence.
Yeah, 3 to 10.
3 to 10, 4 to 10, whatever it was. So that immediately kind of made me think of this. Has this guy been charges, sentenced?
I'm not exactly sure what Ruggs was charged with, the Raiders player, but this dude's charges are vehicular manslaughter, speeding 10 to 20 miles over, and failure to maintain a lane, which are all misdemeanors. So he's not going to really see any jail time.
I know.
Yeah, vehicular manslaughter is a misdemeanor.
That is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yo, that is like... Yeah.
So he ruined my life completely. He ruined a whole family. I lost my job because of this. So it's been like a whole crazy show. Because I've worked construction and I can't work construction anymore because my arm hurts too bad.
So I obviously don't have to share details, but I'm assuming there's probably some lawsuit stuff going on.
Yeah, there's. We're suing him for sure. I don't know if I could talk about every lawsuit, but
of course,
there's a bunch of lawsuits going on.
Okay, I was just gonna say because obviously affecting your life, in this way, it still shocks me that like
he's
little.
He's gonna get away with this shit, basically.
Yeah, that's what kind of pisses me off the most.
Yeah.
Is he's just pretty much gonna get away with it, like a slap on the wrist.
I
And
guess,
we
like,
looked up his address, and he is like well off. His family's pretty well set. Like they live in a huge house. He had a brand new car.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee his family's just gonna buy him a really good lawyer. He's just gonna get a little slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, if Ruggs got convicted, so Ruggs obviously killed someone,
Right.
But he was intoxicated,
Right.
Obviously still deserves fucking jail time.
Right.
Deserves to fucking spend, years behind bars for that
Oh,
shit.
Ruggs will only do
Drunk or
about a
not.
year.
But this guy, it's like, it sounds like he wasn't wasted on like a Ruggs level.
Yeah.
Ruggs is getting, some time. You think this guy would at least be getting fucking something,
Right.
See, I think he's just gonna pretty much get away with community service.
Yeah,
Because
dude, it's
even
fucked
it
up,
shows
man.
as a DUI case now, because it took the state this long to file charges. I think they just filed charges last month, and it took them this long, and it's showing up as a DUI case. So I think he was high.
Every time some bullshit like this gets drug on, I said this a year ago about the Ruggs case.
Yeah.
The Ruggs shit happened like literally 2 years ago,
Right.
like this
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
time. And I knew for a fact, I was like, this guy's got way too much money. They're dragging this shit on too much. And that's the unfortunate thing with our, judicial system, I feel today. Is
The
like
richer you
fucking-
are, the easier your sentence.
Yeah, the more money you fucking got.
I think the
like-
only reason why Ruggs got sentenced 3 to 5 is because he's out in the light. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's a star. So
they had to.
Yeah, they had to.
There had to be some years, but the whole Ruggs situation is Ruggs already technically has been on house arrest for fucking 2 years. So Ruggs will get that 2 years. Actually, that 2 years will go towards that 4 to 10.
He's
Ruggs
only gonna- he's
Ruggs will
only-
be out in 2 years.
No,
Mark my word.
I guarantee he's only gonna do 1.5.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
I know
probably do
this,
like 1.5, 2 years.
yeah.
Something.
I know this guy. Fuck it, he's my cousin, bitch. I'm dead serious. That so he was
Shout out.
Nah, fuck him. He's so he was driving. It was like probably 10 p.m. He was driving. He was drinking. I'm sure he had a little bit of yay in the car, and he's fucking speeding through a little neighborhood. Runs over somebody, kills him. Homeless guy. I guess the homeless guy was crawling on the floor.
Damn.
But like, I don't know if he got maybe hit before or whatever.
Right.
But died on the scene.
Damn.
None he could do. Yeah, this dude got community service, and he's like, cool.
See, if
You
it's
know?
nighttime and if the person's like, if they're wearing all black, they're not in a
I'm sorry,
crosswalk.
still drinking, doing coke and shit. Yeah. Go ahead.
If there's different circumstances, like if he was crawling on the ground and he's wearing all black and it was nighttime and
Yeah,
like you can't really
he's in
see
the
him,
road.
you won't
Right.
really get charged with that.
Right.
Because that's technically not your fault. Like he was in the middle of the street crawling on the ground and you couldn't really see him.
Right.
Yeah.
He
No, you
wasn't
won't really
wearing
get charged with
reflectors
that.
or anything
Yeah.
like that.
But if it was broad daylight and he was crawling on the
Yeah.
ground wearing fucking
Yeah.
green or something bright, you know what I mean? Then he'll get charged.
Did
But your stuff was in the daytime.
It's a different circumstance though, because he was in a car and we were already stopped. So he's getting charged, but in my opinion, he's not getting charged with what I think he should be charged with. Because he's only getting his worst charge is vehicular manslaughter, which is still a misdemeanor.
Yeah. Were they, I mean, I guess, I don't know how much you could talk about the case itself, but like, are they saying like it was almost you guys were in the wrong for being out on the road or something?
They're actually putting all the blame on the girl that died. They're saying that since she initiated the crash, it was kind of her fault.
Wow.
Right.
Dude, that's some wild shit. Other question I have for you, and I would assume no, but I was just curious. If I was this kid, I'd obviously feel like the biggest piece of shit. Doing something taking someone's life, affecting your life. Has he ever reached out to you?
No.
No, especially when there's a case pending. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
he
I
has
would
a
assume
court
not,
case
but-
next month that I'm gonna show up to.
Yeah.
because I want to see like what actually happens
Wearing
with
a
the end of
neck
the
brace and a cane and shit.
I just
my
honestly like I have nothing to say to him. I don't care about this dude. I just want to see what happens with this case if he gets any jail time or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I honestly he's 18, he's a dumb kid, but I still think he deserves some kind of jail time. Like he took somebody's life.
100%. Like, wait, I think everyone obviously makes mistakes. People
Right.
fuck up. Like, none of us in this room can honestly say that like we've never like texted and drove and like,
Exactly.
been on our phone, whatever, or even fucking drink and fucking drive. Like,
Never did
like,
that,
I'm
ever.
not gonna lie. Like, I straight up grew up doing that shit.
You did it last night.
I actually didn't drive at all this weekend to be fucking clear. I fucking Uber everywhere. But no, that's crazy, man. We got people out here serving time for fucking
weed,
some weed or like a little baggie of fucking cocaine.
And then this dude's out here running people over and not getting them.
I say that this guy's killing a person, ruining another guy's life, and he's probably sitting in mom and daddy's house right now.
Oh yeah, I guarantee he is.
Playing some PS5.
That's the wild part, where it's like, especially when something like that happens that young, I feel like you're really not gonna understand the gravity of it until way later.
Yeah,
right?
Right.
Maybe you have kids, or like, somebody in your family has an accident or something.
Well, I think the biggest like piece, because as soon as he told me about it, right? Because I mean, we've been close. I've known this kid since high school, so it's like once he told me about it, the piece that I kind of gathered from it all is like how resilient the human body is. You know what I mean? Like relatively unscathed. Yeah. He's still here to be, a father to his kids and a husband to his wife. And it's just kind of an incredible story where it's like, you hate to think that, good deeds go punished, right? And obviously he was trying to do something nice and it really fucked him over. But it's like at the end of the day, it's almost like you get a blessing of, like his family gets to appreciate him more. You know what I mean? He gets to appreciate life in a whole new fucking way.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to see.
This is
I have a whole like different outlook on life.
That's what I was gonna ask you. How from like that day till when you get out of the hospital, like how different is your mindset about it?
Oh, like in the beginning of it, I was going through like really bad depression and survival guilt and all that. And then I started talking to a therapist and everything. So like it's gotten a lot better. And I used to never have nightmares until this accident. And now it's to the point where like I'm crying in my sleep and my fiance is trying to wake me up.
That's crazy.
So they have me on nightmare medication as well, which I didn't even know they had.
Yeah, I know, right?
I didn't even know they had. Yeah. But after I'll take one pill and I won't have a nightmare for a full week.
Won't even wake up for a week. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't even know they made that.
I'm a big believer in things happen for a reason,
right?
And I don't know if like you're religious at all, but one thing I'm curious on is like, do you feel that like this was like a sign from God, like hey, we're gonna spare your life, or we're gonna give you your life for trying to do a good deed? Like, you ever think anything like that?
See, I'm not really religious and all that, and in my mind, like, that girl was younger than me. I've already had I'm 33. I've already lived a decent life. Yeah. Like, why take her? She was going to college. Yeah. She had her whole life ahead of her. And I guarantee it was going to be a way better life than mine. Yeah. So why let me live? Like, that was my outlook. But like I said, I'm not religious. Yeah. I've lived my life. I've done a lot of dumb stuff my whole life. Yeah. So I was like, why let me live?
It really like makes me like think. It's like, damn, it's like, you're still here walking today. But it's like, you were trying to help someone out,
right?
Dude, we live in a cold, fucked up world, man. Like, we see people on the side of the road fucking all the time with fucking broke down vehicles, and I don't know, people probably need help, and people
it's interesting what you say, because I saw this like little short video and it kind of impacted me, and I saw this it was like 2 days ago now. This guy, he was like freaking out, like everything in his life seemed to go bad, and he was just like, why, God, why is it always like this? How come this keeps happening to me? And this guy walks up to him and he says, hey, just so you know, the teacher's always quiet during the test. And it was like, it almost makes sense, right? Like there's times where you just feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, but it's like you're going through this because you need to go through this to grow in whatever magnitude you need to grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're actually the first person that I feel that I've met that had a super traumatic experience like this and almost didn't turn religious,
right?
Yeah, or attribute it to anything,
right? I've just never been really religious. My grandma and like a lot of my family are super religious. I've just never been that deep into it.
Yeah.
How's are you like? I guess what was your relationship before? Are your parents still here?
My mom's still here. My dad was killed when I was 5.
Gotcha.
Thanks for bringing that up.
I know,
too.
fuck, dude. I was just gonna say, like,
What a piece of shit.
because no, I'm saying like, so
I just got over that.
first, how far did you fly? Are you pissed? What's wrong, bro?
You want to bring up his missing testicle?
Because my
We don't talk
question,
about that anymore.
I guess my question is like, because I just think
Hold on,
about
you
my
got one
mom.
nut?
I was joking. I was
Let's
just
see.
kidding.
No, I'm just kidding.
He said, wait, I want to see.
I'm gonna say,
Pull it out.
Yo, give it 6 months. He's gonna have one nut too, bro.
fuck that. My nuts are gonna be huge, bro.
A third one.
Fucking swollen.
I guess the reason why I'm asking is because like I just think about myself and like, you know, I'm also a dad, right? So it's like, you know, seeing it from my mom, like if that happened to me, like I feel like I would just be glued to every single person that I would
Right.
love more. So like, has that relationship changed with you and your mom, or you and your wife?
Not really. Like my family's never been like really close or anything. Like we're not much on like showing emotion or anything. But like my girl, being with her, like she's talk about your feelings, all this other stuff, and so being with her, it's a lot different. But being with my family,
She was always like that, like very like.
My girl has always been like
emotionally
very,
available? Yeah.
My girl, her and her family have always been like super close, and they talk about everything. Me and my family are complete opposite.
Yeah.
How's your relationship changed with your wife?
Hasn't really changed at all. We've gotten a lot closer, but like that's just like we're kind of like open up and talk more.
Yeah.
You guys have been together how many years now? It's been a while.
Hopefully, she doesn't see this. I think 8 years.
Yeah.
I think 8 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 or 9.
Yeah, I think it's closer to 9 probably.
Yeah, I'm bad with numbers.
Shout out, Steph.
You,
Sorry.
you made the comment. You have a very different like outlook on life now. You know, I feel anytime you obviously go through traumatic shit in life, obviously yours is some next level shit. What do you mean by that statement?
It's like before he knows me, I used to do a lot of dumb stuff. I just didn't care, and now I like think more about like you said, being there for my daughters. So now I would kind of put it like I'm kind of afraid to die now.
Okay.
Like before, I just never thought about it. Didn't give it a second
He's
thought.
always been a wild one.
What do you mean dumb stuff? Like what?
Bro. So this, all right, allow me. Growing up with him, like I got to see him and his brother were always the ones that were just the scrappers, right? So fucking any party that we were at, if John and JJ showed up, there was fights going on, right? So
Wasn't my fault.
yeah. So I mean, so he was always just like that type of person. Like I remember he had
this hand really never worked from this cup to begin with.
Since how old were you at that time? I want to say
I think I was 20.
20. He in a hotel room, right?
Yeah.
You punched the window and the fucking thing came down and cut his fucking finger. So
And at first they were telling me I was going to
to
lose my arm, but this is the first tattoo I got from my dad that was killed. So I was like, I don't care if that arm works or not. You're not taking that arm.
Yeah.
So probably like 4 days, they finally brought in a hand specialist, and they're like, okay, you're going to keep your arm, but you're not going to have full movement. I was, that's cool. I'm left-handed anyway. So
So like just wild shit like that. Like anything crazy. I mean, I don't even know if we can talk about it, but you stole hella shit and you're not from
all the beer runs,
not from people that I know,
back
but
in the
beer
day,
runs and
they
shit
would
like
give
that.
us like, oh yeah, we got someone 21. We'll get your money and go get the beer, and we just collect their money and just go
and
steal all the beer.
fucking beer. Like that was their hustle. You know what I mean? So it's just like a different mentality of
It's like we just didn't care. We weren't afraid to go to jail. We weren't afraid to die. We just didn't care.
the amount of times y'all went to fucking jail.
Yeah, we went to jail a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just different.
Yeah.
So it's just not caring, kind of like the way I think of it is I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, but now since the accident, kind of I'm more conservative. I don't just.
Yeah, right.
You so
I do less beer runs now.
I'm down to one a week.
So you said you did construction before. Obviously, I think a good part of the last 8 months has been you recovering.
Yeah.
Just what is have you thought about what's your next chapter in life look like? What's your future plans?
I haven't given it too much thought, but like since January, since the accident, I had to take 3 months off of work.
Yeah.
And then once I got back to work, I was on medical disability, so I couldn't lift over 10 pounds. I couldn't really do much. I couldn't get on a ladder.
Construction job is fucked.
Yeah.
I couldn't get on a ladder. I couldn't lift over 10 pounds. I couldn't really do anything. So they had me literally following someone until I technically still haven't been released
You
off
were the
of.
fluffer.
Yeah, pretty much. Anything they needed from the truck, I would just go get it for them.
Stop and go sign.
Bro, every time I see that shit, these motherfuckers make $30 an hour. So like,
I know.
Yeah.
bro.
So I was just pretty much not doing anything, just standing around.
Yeah.
And then they started having me like branch out and do more stuff, and then they started having me change out pumps and stuff, and the pumps were like 60 pounds, and I couldn't lift over 10 pounds still.
Yeah.
So I asked for help, and then he just pretty much laid me off.
Got it.
So, yeah.
And what you said, your right side was pretty fucked up. What exactly, I guess, is like, are you pretty much recovered? You feel now, or like you still got rehab shit you're doing, or?
Well, they still want me to go to rehab for my arm to do like stress ball and stuff like that.
Did you tell them it didn't work before this anyway?
Yeah, because there's 3 plates and 19 screws. Oh, wow. So this top one is where they put a plate. There's actually 2 plates, one on top and one on the inside between the bones, and then one on the outside.
So the movement you have right now is nothing,
this is
nothing
like
different than what
I
you
can't
had?
do a full thumbs up. I can't put my hands straight.
but how different is it from the last time?
It hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, right. I was like, that seems about
it
the
just
same.
like pops really loud when I move my wrist now. So
Yeah.
and if I shake my arm, I could feel it kind of moving right here.
Yeah, I know the plates look fucking nuts, right?
Like you guys could feel them. It's like if you put your finger right here, you could feel the plate right here.
Yeah.
And then if you do
Can
the
I
top
feel it? I
one,
wanna feel
yeah.
I did it earlier.
Of course, he wants to feel it.
Yeah.
Little fucking freak.
Can I lick it?
Can I touch it?
Feel the plate
Can
right
I
there.
rub it?
And then if you push
isn't that nuts?
push the top one right here,
Weirdo.
that's the other plate.
Look at that shit. That's crazy, right?
But there's 3 plates and 19 screws, and this top one, the doctor said it was going to hurt more because they had to go through a lot of scar tissue.
Yeah.
But so far, my experience has been the outside one hurting a lot more. But I also hit it on stuff and
So mainly your arm then.
yeah.
Got it.
No, you didn't break anything down here?
Nope.
Nothing?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It was
Like,
just the
other
only
than
thing that broke was my arm, and I had a big cut on the side of my head. And
which
the cut on
gave you a concussion, no?
yeah, I had a bad concussion. That's why they said when I couldn't get up because the room would just start spinning. So I had a bad concussion, and other than that, I had bruised lungs. So they had to monitor my breathing and everything, and I had to pass like a breathing test before they let me out of the hospital. And then since then, I've had to go back for I think 2 MRIs, one on my head and one on my lungs, because I was having a hard time breathing. So they wanted to see if my lungs were still bruised. So at the time they were. I don't have any hard time breathing now, so I think it's all cleared up.
Dude, so who it was Chemo King, right? That we talked about something like this. So it's like, yeah, it's interesting, man. It's like I feel
King of chemo.
King of Chemo. That's what it was. Shout out to you, bro. You
Shout
would never
out.
hit us back on Instagram.
Yeah.
I
know.
don't know, fucking
him.
guy. Bro, fuck that guy, dude. That's kidding.
Fucking jerk.
Yeah, bro. Fucking, we try to help you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm just shocked, right? Like,
Yeah.
and there's just the idea of like what's next, right? So is it kind of just like step by step right now? Like
I'm just pretty much going with the flow now. Like I don't know, like I want to start working again because I hate laying around not doing anything, and it's like kind of annoying being with my daughters nonstop.
Yeah.
They're a pain in the ass. They're a pain in the ass. So luckily school started again.
So with your restrictions as far as weight stuff, will you be able to go back to doing you feel like what you were doing before?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Because even now, I'm sure if like by now I would still be able to lift more weight with this arm.
Yeah, right.
But I took out the trash the other day and I tried to switch arms and I couldn't do it.
Wow.
So like if I hold it straight down like this, I can. But if I try and hold it up, it starts to hurt really
Well,
bad.
and you were also mentioning to me earlier that the weather, like
The weather
actually affects it a lot.
Yeah, the cold, winter and everything. Like this rain has been making me so like drained because it's just hurting. It's like constant pain on the
that
screws
fucking
and everything
crazy?
in my arm. I'll be able to tell when
always
it's
heard
going to
people say
rain.
that shit, but I was like, cap.
I'll be able to tell when it's
believe
going to
when he
rain
says it,
3
though.
days before it rains. 2 or 3 days before it rains.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
That sounds
Yeah.
It's like he's got a fucking weather detector in his arm.
Because it'll just start irritating me.
Yeah. That's crazy. Do you have I mean it sounds like you kind of got to reinvent your
pretty much.
A whole new life.
Yeah.
Do you have any have you ever thought like
there's no direction?
starting a business or
Because I didn't,
like-
I didn't graduate high school or anything, so that's why I kind of just went into construction.
Got it.
So 'cause I started off as an electrician and just pretty much bounced around everywhere in construction.
Yeah.
And then now I just don't know what else to do. because I have really bad ADHD, so I can't do an office job.
Yeah.
Or I'll just because remember when we worked together at that one job,
Yeah.
I just couldn't sit in my seat because I just get too antsy and I just get up and walk around everywhere.
Yeah, it's going nuts.
Like I still did my job, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could always be a fluffer.
I got
Giving hella guys strangers. It's always a stranger when you can't feel the fucking eggs.
I mean, hopefully our podcast just explodes, and we'll like need like a camera.
I'll be the microphone guy. Just can't hold it. Hit you in the head every now and
You
then.
can be our camera guy.
We gotta start shooting from the chest up because we're getting
John, no teeth.
Oh man, that's crazy.
wild, dude. I'm so shocked on a bunch of things, but like I can't believe that fucking guy's not gonna.
Yeah, that's like the shitty part that I keep thinking about the most is like he's not going to see a day in jail.
Well, but what I'm curious about is if any of our viewers have been through something like kind of traumatic, sort of like what John's going through. I'm curious to hear. So if you want, put down in the comments a little bit about your experience and how you're coping with different things, and maybe even some ideas for him on how to transition over to his new life and try new jobs out and things like that.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, man. I just feel like the message is just so crazy for like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot you can do with just what you've been through and kind of what you're going through to really help people like that. Because imagine people who don't have, I don't know, don't talk to anybody and they don't have a medicine that stops their nightmares, and I can see you going pretty crazy very quickly.
Oh yeah,
No shit.
I mean? So it's like I don't know, man. Maybe just like I don't know. We can talk off camera about some stuff, but I just think that's real powerful stuff, man. That I think can help a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
I agree. Yeah. You guys want to wrap on that?
Yeah. We can. So I guess we'll probably just cut this as like one episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe like let's close out where we're at right here. Obviously, just thank him for close us out like you normally do. Thank him for sharing the story, and then we'll cut, and then let's game time real quick on some like comedy type topics.
Yeah. Down.
Cool.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just thinking how to close this shit.
Yep.
Lucas, take this one, bro.
All right. Yeah. So
I'm just sad, bro. Like, fucking girl died, dude.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, but that's what I'm saying.
overstimulated right now.
Well, yeah, I know.
I need some
But that's
fucking
what I
air,
was
bro.
saying. Like, it's a crazy
It's
enough
amazing.
story. It's a crazy enough story to where I wanted you guys to hear it, just because I feel like there is a lot of lessons in there, and I think John, you're still going through and maybe processing a lot of what happened. So I think you'll start getting some of these nuggets.
Right.
But for me, it's eye-opening, right? As far as A, the resilience of a human body, and B, what you can take from it on just appreciating life. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have had loss in your families and whatever. Like we've all been through loss, but it's like we kind of forget our own mortality until some shit like this kind of rings the bell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hella makes you appreciate life.
Yeah.
It's just I still like have a hard time remembering stuff, so I'll be like scared to ask my girl like
you just
questions
said
about
that.
it.
No,
because I don't want to. I don't want to.
You gaslighted motherfucker, bro.
I don't want to make her keep going through it. So I just kind of just keep to myself and every now and then ask questions.
Yep.
Well,
we'll have to have you back on the pod in like a year from now and be like, okay,
Yeah, dude. Once the dust settles
Like,
and I think, once everything kind of
So I mean, other than that, man, we want to thank you for sharing your story and being open with everything and just having some fun with us, even in a kind of a sadder experience. You know what I mean? So we appreciate it.
Anytime.
Tell them your Instagram, bro. Tell them where to find you if you have Facebook or anything like that.
Just Jonathan Wallos, WALLOS.
You got it. We'll put it in the description. Guys, reach out to him.
Oh, and also
Share.
we're going to have some pictures because he sent me
I
over
sent
some.
him some
I'll be
pictures.
sending it so you can put up like while we're talking.
Of the accident?
Of him, on the ground and the cuts and blah, blah, blah. All that shit.
Mercy.
So
I got to edit this shit, bro. You going to make me see this shit now?
It's not bad. Yeah, it's just like me
absolutely.
laying on the ground and then just aftermath.
And then he sent some of like his butthole for some reason.
You weren't supposed to share those
fucking
ones.
love that. Sick.
Well, hey, man, thank you so much for being with us, bro.
Yeah,
We
thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's give it up for the boy, bro.
Thank you.
Hey, we'll see you guys on the next one.
I'm not
gonna give up. Bro, this guy's
stop.
This guy's a dick, bro. You're an asshole, bro.
Peace.